guys, I had a scoliosis X-ray today, and I know those words like they probably like to send fear like through your heart right now because those are like the most terrifying words in the world. Scoliosis X-rays. I have not had one in a year. My last X-ray was last April, and then I started having all my GI issues, and it just kind of got put on the back burner. So now I'm here, and we went to the hospital. They did the X-ray thing, and I don't know. I really don't like hospital gowns. I don't think anybody does, but just something about being in one of those is like really weird, and you feel like, ugh, I hate hospital gowns. Anyway, and yeah, I'll probably put in a really awkward picture of me in a hospital gown from when I was 13 right here. Um, but anyway, so we went to the hospital, got the X-rays done. We went up to the doctor, and he was looking. You know how before they show you the X-rays, they torture you by making you walk across the room, and they look at your back, and they want to measure your. They use a scoliometer to see your degree of rotation. Uh, yeah, they did that, and my doctor was kind of freaking out because he thought it looked worse, and he was kind of mad at us for not coming in a year. Um, and of course, I already have a pretty large curve, like, um, on the scarier side of 40 degrees. So yeah, he looked at that, and so he goes to my X-ray, and he measures it. It's pretty much the same as it was a year ago, and that's, like, really good because, like, when you're my side of the 40-degree mark, surgery is a little controversial. My doctor, a lot of doctors when I was 13 years old and still growing with a curve larger than 40 degrees, a lot of doctors would have sent me into surgery right there. My doctor thought that we could still fix it, and the good people at Children's Specialized Hospital really helped stabilize that curve. And the most exciting part is I'm done growing, which means that for the most part, my risk of progression has decreased. Again, since I have a very large curve, it's not impossible, and he wants to monitor me very, very carefully to make sure that we're not losing any ground as I grow. But I only have to wear my brace at night until I'm done with it, and that's really great. It's just like, 7 years ago when I was diagnosed and I was told that I'd be doing all this stuff just to try to get that curve under control, and then when I was 13 and it progressed, and then they freaked out because they thought I would need the surgery. Just everything I went through just to get here, and it feels like it would never be over. It ends. Like, it ends. It will be over. I'm sorry. I'm really, really happy right now. Yeah, this is just such a big day for me. I'm gonna be 15 in a week. I didn't know if you guys knew that, and it just kind of like, it's kind of a big deal to me that I'm getting out of my brace at the same time as I'm turning 15, and it's just, this brace has always been there, and people always ask me how I did it, and I sort of realized that the answer was I didn't know how to live without it, and now I'm learning how to live without it. And I don't have to wear this to school anymore. I won't have to deal with dropping a pencil and not being able to pick it up. Do you know how... If you don't have scoliosis, I don't think you can understand this, but like some really simple things like climbing stairs or picking up a pencil that you dropped, it is just considerably more difficult to do it, and you just have to ask other people to help you, and I feel like it's such an accomplishment for me to be able to pick up a pencil, which sounds a little pathetic, but if you have scoliosis, you know where I'm coming from. And, I mean, I'm just finally coming into, like, myself now that I'm in high school, and I'm kind of, I've learned about style and fashion and all that fun stuff, and I've become a much deeper, well-rounded person than if I hadn't had scoliosis. At least that's what I think. Um, it ends. And I keep saying this because I can't believe it. It's over. It's not over, but it's like I don't have to wear this to school anymore, which is really one of the worst things. Like, when I was 8 years old, and I was diagnosed, and the whole talk of bracing and stuff came up, I'm just like, school? I would have to wear a brace to school? And I didn't think I'd ever be able to do that. And I did in all these years of being in this brace and dealing with this. And, like, my brace was just kind of there. It was like, it's like having a family member because, you can't really get rid of them, but you come to love them. Like, my brace was there on first days of school. My brace was there, not this specific one. It was there on a first day of school, but not, like, multiple. My brace was there when I considered the worst day of my life, and it was also there on today, which I think has been the best day of my life. I woke up wearing it on the morning of my coming of age, which was a very important day to me. It was there when I won the KEDS grant, and it was there when I had the walk. It's just become a part of me, and I still plan to make videos about, like, brace fashion and, all that fun stuff, and I'll also probably talk about the process of getting used to not being in your brace. My doctor said I can take probably a month or so as the average. If I want to, I can continue wearing the brace, not full-time, but, slowly decrease it down until I'm ready, because my body's not used to being out of the brace, and that's often a problem. Like, I have, like, a lot of pain issues. But, like, this is really amazing. I feel like wearing this brace to school has made me who I am, and I'm very grateful that I went through this, and I'm so happy that I've gone through this, and that surgery seemed inevitable because I had such a big curve with growing to do. My doctor prevented that, and a lot of times doctors can't always, it depends on the person, but surgery looked inevitable, and it proved to be, in fact, evitable. So, I don't know, I'm so happy. I've got to, like, call my friends and my family and tell them what's happening, and I gotta say that, like, this channel has also been a huge outlet for me. Wearing a brace 23 hours a day for years on end was not easy. I don't think anyone would think it was easy, and, like, if you don't have a scoliosis, would you want to wear this 23 hours a day? I think you'd get annoyed with it. I'm so happy. Thank you all. I love you all so much. Please click the like button and subscribe.